Okay, practical implications for or of image bearing. And part of this is Berkhoff, part of this is something else, so I should let you know that. In light of the aforementioned, how do we apply this? How do we apply these ideas about bearing God's image? What does it look like when they're lived out? Where are we to look for the example of what human nature is intended to be? We look no further than we look to Christ. Christ had perfect fellowship with the Father while on earth, spoke to him frequently, John 17. When you look at this relationship, read John 17 and read how Jesus prays to him. Look at the relationship. Christ said that he and the Father are one. He obeyed the Father perfectly. Luke 22:42. While in the Garden of Gethsemane, he faces his own death. He prayed, "Let your will be done and not mine," as he was, crying, pouring his heart out, faced with his own death. He knew it was coming. He was subordinate to him throughout. He sought not to save himself, not to please himself, but only to please the Father who had sent him. And that's said throughout the New Testament. But John 5:30, John 6:38, those are two good proof texts for that. What else? Jesus loved humans. Matthew 9:36 and 10:6. If you need some proof texts, but again, it's throughout that Jesus loves humans. He's healing the sick. Mark 1:41 is an example. He has a heart for the sorrowful. Luke 7:13. He's quick to forgive. Think of Peter, right? Peter denied him 3 times. He affirmed him 3 times at the end of John. What about the woman who's caught in adultery? He's quick to forgive. It gives them no room to go ahead and sin, sin no more. He quickly states that, but quick to forgive and loves the sinner. This is what God intended humans to look like, to possess the same sense of fellowship with himself and each other, to love, to obey, to be bound together with God and with each other. When we do these things, living by these characteristics, we begin to recall that which has been forgotten, which should not have been forgotten. That is, how to be humans. When we look to Christ, we are being restored to the fullness of our humanity, remembering Eden and awaiting its restoration. Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien.
Attention, would all the girls basketball players, JV and varsity, please report to the main office?
Okay. Tolkien approaches the topic from from another angle, I should say. Yeah, another angle. Image bearing is, to him, subcreating, after the example set before us by the first creator. In his poem to the then atheist C.S. Lewis, he explains that in man's creation of stories and legends, we are acting as little creators. So when mankind does anything to make something of this world, they take part in sub-creation, and we are working as image bearers when we create. Creativity, human creativity is, for Tolkien, like the essence of image bearing. In his Mythopoeia, he defends his theology, and that is what you'll be reading, or will have read, depending on whenever you watch this video. But the assignment will be done on Tuesday. But that is all for right now.